Salut mes amis, it's Bonjour Brigitte here, and I am so excited to come to you today with my Facebook Live. And today's Facebook Live is going to be really exciting because it's going to be about something I've been wanting to share for a long time, actually. It's been on my to-do list, but so many different things have come up between the Morocco trip, everything like that. But this is going to be how to get a cheap SIM card in Europe. And this is something I'm really passionate about because, travel can be expensive, obviously, and any time that you can cut costs or get a good deal, I love that. Oui. Bonjour, Madame Corinne, comment ça va? Oui. And so we're going to have people joining us, but I want to dive in right away. So the first thing is, if you need some help practicing your French, speaking French, comment French below, and I will reach out to you with a custom game plan, and we can work together to make you a strategy for improving your conversational French. Wait. And then the second thing is, as you know, I have my group trip to the south of France, which is going to be April 22nd to 27th, 2025. And so there are still a few spots left, and so I'm going to also drop that below after the Facebook Live. This is going to be a wonderful opportunity to practice your French, your français, with me, my assistants right by your side. As well, you're going to get to see the beautiful, enchanting countryside of Aix-en-Provence. You're also going to get to see the beautiful seaside town of Nice, the cliff-side town of Aix, Monaco, and the Monte Carlo Casino. And so that sounds good. Just comment Nice below, and I will reach out. Oui. And so, mes amis, without further ado, so when I traveled to Paris, which was the first week of September. Actually, let me grab my second phone because that'll make it much more clear for you guys. Okay. Let me grab my second phone. Okay, mes amis, so I'm right back. Oui. So, when I traveled to Europe, to Paris specifically, for the first week of September during the Paralympics, I brought two phones with me. And I know that sounds a little crazy, but the reason why is because I had my old phone, which is a Google Pixel 7, unlocked and paid off, basically functioning as an iPod. Basically, you can connect to Wi-Fi on this. There's no SIM card currently. And then the phone I'm currently on is my Google Pixel 8, which has my Canadian phone number, my SIM card. So what I did is, since I brought two phones with me, I had my old phone, which was unlocked, paid off, everything. So I went to the local tobacco shop, which is probably the equivalent of the 7-Eleven. They sell snacks, cigarettes, those types of things. You can find them everywhere in Paris. Just a local smoke shop. And what's really exciting is that they also sell SIM cards. Wait, and since my old phone had no SIM card, like I said, my current SIM card is in my new phone, which I'm speaking to you right now, I could put any SIM card in here. Anything. Whatever. So I asked at the airport about SIM cards, French SIM cards, and they told me it would be 40 euros for 10 gigabytes. And I said, that's okay, but I'm sure there's something better. Because, when you go to the airport, the prices are always high. Especially when you first land, people are trying to, take your money right away. So when I got settled in Paris, I got settled into my hotel, I walked around, and I went to the local smoke shop just to buy some snacks. And I asked about the SIM card there, and I kept this for you guys. They showed me the best deal ever, which was a SIM card, 80 gigabytes for 35 euros. Wait. And I was really impressed with this because, as they said, and as I found out, you can really not use 80 gigabytes in 1 week. If you've been part of the Facebook group for some time, you've noticed that probably, during the Paralympics, I was streaming a lot. I was posting a lot of videos on Facebook, in the Facebook group, on YouTube. I was using a lot of data. And the great thing is that I never ran out of data. So 80 gigabytes is a lot of data. And guess what? It was cheaper than the airport. It was 35 euros. 35 euros for essentially unlimited data, because this is so much that you can't really use it all in a week. And so basically they told me that the SIM card would be valid for a month, 80 gigabytes, 35 euros. Of course, I was only in Paris for a week, so they said, after that, it just kind of dies. But the great thing is that you also get a French phone number. And you can call and text the local people that also have a French phone number. So I met friends in Paris, and I was able to as well call and text them and arrange to go for some coffee and also for dinner as well. And so this is a really great price, 35 euros. If you're Canadian, it's probably about $50, but if you're American, 35. And the great thing is that this is a little bit techy, but because I had the this SIM card in my old phone, I was able to hotspot my new phone. And so I had unlimited data on both my phones, which was great because as you probably noticed, I was filming some things on Facebook with this phone, and then I had the other phone going for YouTube as well. And so for me, it was just it was a match made in heaven because I was able to use so much data for a cheap price. And in comparison, well, I think the USA is better for phone plans, but in Canada, I think I get maybe 2 or 5 gigabytes a month. And to basically transfer my Canadian phone plan to use during my vacation, it would have been $20 a day. So that would have been 150 approximately Canadian dollars. And here I only paid 35. I paid a fraction of the price, and I did not get my home plan, which would have been 2 to 5 gigabytes. I got 80 gigabytes instead. And so a lot of people are talking about eSIMs. Personally, I have not used the eSIM yet because you kind of have to install usually something on your phone. It can get a bit complicated. So in from my experience, I've always used a physical SIM card, and that has been the most economical and easiest way to communicate when I'm traveling. I also did this in Morocco as well. And so if you have an old phone that's still functioning, for example here, this is a perfectly functioning phone, Google Pixel 7, but it's my old phone. Buy a physical SIM card, have them put it in for you. They can do it at the local tobacco shop. It's very easy. Even you can do it. If you just have a little tool, you just put it in and out, put the SIM card in, and you have unlimited data and a French phone number right away. And the great thing is that it has become a little bit less regulated because a few years ago I did the same thing, but you had to provide your passport so the government would know who is using this new French phone number. Nowadays, you don't have to do that. So that makes it a little bit easier so you don't have to carry your passport around everywhere. And so yeah, take your old phone, which is unlocked, paid for. If you're in a contract, if your phone has a contract, I don't think you can easily switch out the SIM card. Maybe, but check with your provider. Put the French SIM card in there, and you have unlimited data right away. And it's a great price, 35 euros. And then you can also use your current phone you can keep your number there. So if you want to call or text people on WhatsApp using your American phone number, your Canadian phone number that's on your new phone, you can still do that because you haven't taken the SIM card out of your new phone. What? And so I know it's a little bit confusing. It is a little bit complicated, but I can say honestly I got the most bang for my buck doing this strategy. I was able to stream, take videos, message everybody, also text my old friends back home using WhatsApp, and then text new French friends as well using my French phone number. Wait. And the great thing as well is you can keep that SIM card, and when you go back to France, you can put it back in and you'll have the same French phone number. So then you can easily text your French friends again, and you can just add some money to the card. And so this is something I highly recommend doing. Again, I got 80 gigabytes for 35 euros, which was way better than the airport deal, which was supposed to be 40 euros for 10 gigabytes. Wait, and it was also a lot cheaper than transferring my Canadian plan to use overseas, which would have cost me about $20 per day. So $150. Here I paid $50 for way more data. So I would definitely recommend doing this if you're traveling abroad and if you have a spare phone to use. You could also ask a friend or a family member if they have an extra phone that they're not using and that you could use just for the purposes of traveling. And let's say, your old phone, it doesn't work very well, you don't really like it. That's totally fine because you can just hotspot your new phone. So you could literally just keep this in your purse, your bag, never use it, never touch it, and just use it solely for the purpose of hotspotting your new phone. And then that way you can use all the data from this SIM card on your new phone. So you don't even have to use this phone in any capacity. You could just leave it in your bag as like a Wi-Fi hotspot. And that's really good because of course, you know, if you ever get lost, you want to check which metro to take, or if you need to, you know, buy tickets on the fly for like some event you just saw on the street, you want to go. It's always good to have internet because as you know, tourists in Paris and in the rest of France, everyone is hunting for that free Wi-Fi. So sometimes when you do get to spots that have free Wi-Fi, like the museums, McDonald's, whatnot, the connection can be really slow because a lot of people are on it. So it's really nice to have your own data connection so you can stay connected, especially if you have work or something, work emails you need to respond to back home. And like I said, a lot of people say there's free Wi-Fi in Europe. Yes, there is, but in a lot of places it draws tourists. So you have a lot of people on the network at once, so it can be very slow. Oui, and bonjour Madame Cristal, comment ça va? Oui, and so yeah, so that's how I was able to get the cheap SIM card for basically unlimited data because there's no way I could use 80 gigabytes in 1 week. And so, mes amis, I hope that made sense. It is a little bit technical, so Cristal, I'm sure Cristal nailed it. But if you have any questions or anything whatnot, just comment below and I can try to explain it better. The main thing is, if I had to summarize, get an old phone that's unlocked, you don't use anymore. Go to a local tobacco shop in Paris, in France, wherever. Buy the SIM card, have them put it in, and then you have unlimited data. And then to hotspot your new phone, you just have to look up how to do that on your phone. Every phone is different, but it's very easy. And so I hope that was helpful, mes amis. Does anyone have any questions? Madame Corinne, Madame Cristal? Let me know. And I will say I also do this trick for traveling in other countries. I think Morocco, it was even cheaper. I think I got like 100 gigabytes of data for like 20 euros, which was crazy. So when I traveled to Morocco, I was able to post videos and, you know, talk to friends, everything like that, email, using this old phone and the Morocco SIM card. Although in Morocco, sometimes the connectivity cut out a little bit, but in Europe, you'll be totally fine. So I'll let you go, mes amis. I hope that made sense. When I'm Cristal, let me know if you have any questions because I know you're hoping to travel soon. And yes, definitely look up for your local tobacco shop. It's going to be the cheapest, best prices out there. So, mes amis, I will see you soon. Merci beaucoup. À très bientôt.